you will see that they are different. I conceptualized the logo of the EFF then.
Hello there guys, and welcome to Daily Updates. So the Afrika Mayibuye movement has formally been registered as a political party with the IEC. The announcement was made by the president, who also announced that I am the president of Afrika Mayibuye movement. So yesterday they basically launched the movement to say that we are going to be contesting the local elections and also the 2029 elections. And of course, they did not forget the fact that they are going to take over and win the 2029 elections. Well, that's what happens with each and every political party that gets registered. Their main motive is to take over. But history tells us that all new parties, when they start, they never go beyond 6%. So we are waiting to see what the Afrika Mayibuye is going to do. One particular part that caught the interest of many people, including the journalist, was the logo of the Afrika Mayibuye movement. It looked very similar to other two political parties. But before we really go into details on that logo, let us listen to the president, Mr. Floyd Shivambu, defending the logo of Afrika Mayibuye movement. Please have a listen.
On the logo looks like exactly like the EFF, and just a bit of changes. Africa, spear, black hand holding a spear. It looks exactly like the EFF. Maybe just a quick one on that.
It doesn't look exactly like the EFF.
Similar.
It doesn't even look similar. So you must go and see the logo of the EFF, and then you must look at this logo. You will see that they are different. I conceptualized the logo of the EFF then as to what it means. So I know there's a difference between the logo of the EFF and this one. Thank you very much.
Excuse me, please.
We are going to go into details comparing the logo of the EFF, the Afrika Mayibuye, and also the MK Party. But before we do that, I've got an explanation of that logo by Afrika Mayibuye movement. It says that the official logo of Mayibuye shall be a purple circle representing royalty with an African map inside. The top part of the logo will be written Afrika Mayibuye and bottom part written movement. Underneath the map will be a black clenched fist holding a unique spear or pen, which appears as a spear in the beginning and ends as a pen representing Mayibuye's commitment to transition the struggle for total emancipation and freedom from spears to knowledge, information, and strategic voting represented by the spear pen. That is the explanation by Floyd Shivambu. He actually says that I conceptualized the logo of the EFF, and I feel like maybe he's answering that because they are comparing the new one to that of the EFF. So if he's going to say I conceptualized the logo of the EFF, and I also conceptualize the one of Afrika Mayibuye, then maybe it could be true that there are a lot of similarities. But let us go into details and check comparing the logo of Afrika Mayibuye with EFF and also the MK Party. I've got here with me three logos: the Afrika Mayibuye movement, the Economic Freedom Fighters, and Umkhonto weSizwe. So I just want to do a comparison of these logos just to see where are the similarities. I mean, Floyd says that I conceptualized the EFF and there is no similarities with that previous logo. So you go to that logo of the Afrika Mayibuye. The first thing you look at, without going any further, you look at the symbol Africa and the spear, and you go and compare it with the one of the EFF, Africa and the spear. Interestingly, there is a star on top of the Afrika Mayibuye movement. There is also a star on top of the clenched fist on the EFF logo. So when I look at both the Africa map, I must say there are a lot of similarities, and one can tell this was done by the same person. So when Floyd says that I conceptualized the logo of the EFF and he has also done this, the first thing you come across would be that clenched fist, and then you would know that, well, it looks like the same handwriting here. So when I look at these two, I can really tell that it's probably done by the same person. Let us move further. I think for the EFF, what you can get out from this logo of Afrika Mayibuye is that the clenched fist and the map And while he says the pen here, it turns out to be a pen. Here on the EFF side, you just have a spear. So the Afrika Mayibuye says that we've got a spear, but it turns into a pen. But still, this is just the same thing. And if I have to go further, you look at the color. EFF uses red, but I wouldn't really say that there are similarities just because of the color. But I do want to pick out something. When you go from the Afrika Mayibuye to EFF, and from there you go to the Umkhonto weSizwe Party, there I'll just take only one color. The color that is used here, which is green, and you go to the color that is used in the Umkhonto weSizwe Party, definitely the same. So I think when you compare all these things, there are a lot of similarities. I mean, in the MK Party, they have a spear also, but they don't have a map. So all these parties are about fighting, not literal fighting, but I would guess fighting to emancipate the black people. But if you were to ask me, does Afrika Mayibuye movement have any similarities with EFF and Umkhonto? I'm going to say definitely it does. More especially the Afrika Mayibuye and EFF. They are very similar. And the Umkhonto just takes the color. I think here the strategy is that we are going to appeal to Umkhonto weSizwe Party members and also the EFF members. Let us confuse them. Maybe they can join us. So we've looked at the three logos, and one can really tell that similarities are there. But this is not to discredit the Afrika Mayibuye movement. They are a party in their own right, and the same as EFF and also Umkhonto weSizwe Party. And I think Floyd should be given a chance. He has just announced the party, and I've said that even before he was fired from the Umkhonto weSizwe Party, I said that Floyd is definitely going to form his own political party. So let us give him a chance to see, is he capable of leading? If he gets the votes, is he capable of retaining them? We've always seen Floyd as the second in command in the economic freedom fighters, even in the ANC. Now finally he gets a chance to be in the forefront. Whatever that happens, if things don't go well, that is where Floyd can be criticized. You cannot criticize a man before he starts. He's just started. Let us see what happens in 2026 local elections. If he does well, we must really commend him for the good work. If he flops, we must really say that we are watching you, but we are not going to criticize you as yet. Go to the national elections in 2029. That is where we are going to say Floyd made the biggest mistake of his life. But now you cannot say that, because the man is just trying to do what he always wanted. He wants to address the press briefings. He wants to be the man behind the organization. But now that you are in charge, if you flop, then people will have the right to say you have always been a flop because you moved, you did your own thing, you're still failing. That will come only if Floyd flops. But that is not to wish him to flop. I think what we need in this country is leaders that are responsible. Leaders that are really going to represent their people, not themselves, the pockets and their stomachs. If Floyd, through the Afrika Mayibuye Party, is one of those leaders who will really be representing the people and making sure that the people first, then maybe he deserves the votes and the love. But that will only be seen when the time comes. Anyway, guys, thank you for tuning into the channel, and please do subscribe. Until next time. Cheers.